Okay, so you have made your way in from various forms into the mountains in the south of Barovia, where you met with some monks from the Brotherhood of Contemplative Power who have asked that you go into Bluetspur and destroy this, do two things: destroy this entity that's threatening the very nature of the world. And, Barovia is pretty shit, but apparently this might be more shit. But also that their very sacred holy relic, a rod, was taken as part of
The Rod of Helstress?
the Rod of Hostess.
Yeah,
You say didn't take any notes.
I
My
did take a few.
arse. My arse. The Rod of Hostess that they think that is key to building some apparatus that will allow this being that lives somewhere in Bluetspur to gain the power that it requires. And they've previously sent people in to try and retrieve this rod, who've not returned. And so you know about that, and you know that a monk of some description seems to have been turned, maybe by a vampire, and that's how the rod ended up there in the first place. So it was taken there by one of their order who had seemingly allied with the opposition. And you, Malachi, would recognise the robes and the trappings of these monks as very much the same as those that Zephyr Orion Zephyr Orion used to wear before he disappeared hunting a monk that had left his monastery sort of decades before and disappeared off into Barovia. So you kind of, you've not come across him. You know he went missing, but you're wondering whether or not in some way these might be related to those people that he was looking for. So you ended up going to sleep, having some kind of weird hallucinogenic experience with yourself, or a faceless being that appeared to endlessly be able to draw your weapons out of its bottomless shoe, which you got through and found yourself in the fragmented, red, dust bowl, rocky landscape of Bluetspur. That it's so this with the land, this is where Barovia is. So this is the actual original map.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. So these are the mountains that you can see. You kind of came in around here.
One tall mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's down here. You've kind of seen this way you roughly came in. Mm-hmm. You found, and you found a cave, which is down here. Okay. Barovia is actually up there. So this is the original core, the Bluetspur bit of the original core. And so you've found your. Oh God! What was?
That was my blood pressure.
I don't know. What was?
There was a blue thing.
Oh, it was the thing that the pipes, the things going. So that you this reddish glow, like a 360-degree sunset, with these rocks that tower off into weird arches and fragments and boulders everywhere. Nothing seems to grow. There's no obvious animals that you've seen outside of the one encounter. There's no obvious vegetation anywhere. Pretty horrible. You came across a being being tortured in the middle of a large collection of what seemed to be drow and durgar, headed up by some mustachioed bastard who disappeared on a nightmare. They all went down pretty easy, leaving this creature ragged and near death on the ground. There was some heated debate about whether we were murdering the tentacled creature, saving the tentacled creature. And when that was all going on. Darkness fell. And as darkness started to fall across Bluetspur, more and more lightning that it eventually started crackling around the tops of these mountains, and then more and more down into the down onto the sort of rocky plains, until it was just almost like being in a complete dome of lightning, where it became obvious that if you stayed there for any length of time, you weren't going to survive for a very long time. And so, a decision was made to hoik this broken creature that you'd sort of saved off the ground and head towards this cave that she said that she knew where it was. Hasn't spoken yet. You've tried intimidating, threatening, dragging through a lightning field. You blasted away into her secret cave that she'd slithered into. So you expanded the entrance from just about squeezable into giant fucking hole in the ground. With a discreet Eldritch Blast mining operation, which may have compromised the safety of the overall hiding place, but who knows? And currently underground with this creature.
Controlled demolitions.
Underneath underneath the ground, you found this. This cave that's you're about 30 foot below the surface. You can hear the thunder rumbling continuously overhead. You can hear sort of explosions of lightning striking, but everything sounds quite distant and less threatening. You can see that this is a cave. You can see cracks and crevasses in this wall. It just looks like it's been hewn from the rock. None of those would be big enough to crawl through or get through.
Does it look like handmade? Was this made by people, or is it?
No, this looks more like a natural cave. It's got the same sort of rocky crevices as the rocks outside, and you. The only one that you would perceive would be large enough to do anything with is the one that you came in, which is now much bigger than it used to be, and you perceive the same background buzzing, humming noise that seems to sort of issue from the very stone around you, just humming and buzzing through no direction in particular, and you're all down in this badly drawn cave.
Phenomenally drawn cave.
Yeah.
For those listening to the audio, the map looks amazing.
They can see the map.
Our listeners online.
Yeah, you can see the map. Badly drawn cave. So you're all down in the badly drawn cave. I may or may not put Tova outside in the lightning, and we can discover what happens to that some other week.
Oh wait, Rose's character.
Yeah. Let's just take her out for now. In that magic D&D manner. She didn't make it to the cave.
The style of a 1950s movie. What's that? Fades out.
Well, who knows? And this creature is huddled right back in. This cave's not exactly square, but you get the general gist. In this cavern, right back into a far corner, as far away from you as possible, looking really at death's door.
We bound them up, didn't we?
I'm not sure you did, actually. Okay. What did you? Let me see. Yeah, you did. Okay.
I'm going to take out my rope and just hold it in my hand.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to slowly approach the creature.
Uh-huh.
See, please ignore my colleague here. My apologies for what has happened to you and for what we've done to your cave. I hope that what I gave you has made you feel a little better.
She's sort of murmuring to herself, and says, this sort of whitish mucus coming out of this tentacled face and running down, and she sort of here she goes. come. You're just another one of them. Another one of them.
Not anymore. I'm here to destroy it.
Persuasion. Lucky I'm not making roll persuasion disadvantage, to be honest, but you healed, so you can negate the disadvantage with the... Okay.
Let me know if that's a fail.
It is a fail.
Does having a 3 to that?
Yes, it does.
I flipped some holy water, although it does smell suspicious of distance. That's my captive that tells me.
Yes. She looks at you and she goes, "What's your name?" "I'm Anatella." They hate me. You have been here a while. This is what I have become. They hate me because they have not yet been able to win. I was once the liberator of the stolen goods. I worked for some monks a long way from here. I work with Drasek. We need...
Wait, she worked for Drasek?
Worked with Drasek. We need to find Drasek. We need to find Drasek. We need to find Drasek.
Where is Drasek?
I don't know.
He walks closer with the rope.
Hey, back off.
He was taken prisoner. He is good. He was a great warrior for the Brotherhood. I liberated stolen goods, but he was a mighty warrior. All the forces of good channeled through Drasek. He's my best friend, and the fiend means to make him into some living egg incubator. We have to save him. And she just starts sobbing and rocking. We have to save him.
How long do you know how long these flights
They come each day, each night, sometimes a few hours, sometimes as many as 12, and then the red sky returns.
How long does night last in this foul place?
Any time, sometimes a few hours, sometimes many, and then the red sky returns and the lightning stops. Yeah, the sky goes black, and no one can survive out there. Everyone goes under the ground.
Should try to rest
We've not been awake enough that we need to sleep for like exhaustion reasons, have we?
No.
Cool. I can. Will you let me take a short rest if I stay awake and keep watch?
Yeah.
Cool. I do not tire. I can continue.
I'll stand next to you. He does not tire.
Well, I'm off, so I do tire.
Okay. As you sort of go away to go to sleep, she reaches out, and she reaches out very much towards Malachi, away from who watches, and towards Malachi.
Actually, no. Can I try and tie her up?
Hey, no, I will not allow.
Why?
This creature is an abomination.
It's not her fault, she got turned that way.
It's never their fault.
Evil creatures that done things to good people.
And they will continue to do evil things to good people.
Yeah, we'll stop her.
You will stop this one?
No, she's not evil, she's good.
What differentiates hers from them?
You can tell she has a kind heart.
I have a proposal. A random turn of a coin. On heads, we can follow your will. On tails, we follow the other.
We do not follow the god of chance. What their ways are valid.
Right. I'd like to borrow. I'd like to take out like a really old rusted coin from my coin purse, and then use Mage Hand to twirl it around in the air a bit and land on tails.
They're just
Performance
that's your
check.
pizza. So they're just going up to fortune. So they're just about to turn.
Or deception.
I'd like to take a coin out of my coin purse and then throw it in the air, and then use Mage Hand to make it spin a little, and then land on tails.
Can I do a thing?
Yes.
My
Do all the
god,
things.
My god is opposed to like this wild chance and deception, so I know exactly what the Mariner's probably attempting to do, and I'll do a little guidance on them, so their performance goes off without a hitch.
Wait, I don't follow.
No. I just know what you're gonna do.
Mhm.
Wait, can I make an insight check to know if I
You just failed.
I want you to succeed?
That's what I don't follow.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I was just trying to be funny.
So
I think the plan is they want to let you know that they know you're cheating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it doesn't help them.
Yeah.
It's just a sneaky jab of like,
Right.
I know what
you're
you're doing.
foolish.
I'll help you be
I'll
full of
allow
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But I just want you to know that
Would
I
you
know.
allow that? Yeah.
I want you to know that I know that you know that I know that you know.
The Mariner's
Everybody-
confused
Your
who
mage
knows
hand.
what.
Your
Okay.
mage hand is illuminated a little bit by starlight.
As you pull away, she reaches out, and her fingers are more like tentacles. There's no bones
Oh, I
in
hate
her
those.
hand, and she wraps these sort of almost like tentacle-like fingers around your wrist, and these tiny little suction cups just pull at your skin,
Oh.
making all your skin
Ah.
prickle, and her touch is slightly slimy. It makes your skin do that. And she goes, Draxlag is the greatest foe of evil in all the lands, and his death will mean the birth of mind flayer vampires. These creatures practice mind magic like the monks in the Brotherhood, but they are purely evil. And if they learn how to part the misty borders and have free reign through the domains, imagine what could happen then.
Such power does not belong to
Not masculine and such.
I never hoped for ones as powerful as you. And she looks very hopefully at you and warily at who you watches. But you are chosen to return the sacred barrier to the altar of the Brotherhood. They have appointed you to save us all. Please help us. Please. And she's sort of pulled herself up, still really, if anybody's exhausted, she is, up onto her knees, and she's just holding onto your wrists with these sort of suckered tentacle hands. You can insight check if you want.
Yeah. Can we hear? Or is
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
She's talking. It seems to be taking
No,
a
no.
huge. It seems to be taking a lot of effort to
18.
talk. You don't get any malice or deceit from her at all. You feel that she may be slightly unhinged, but that she is trying really hard to control that, to be able to communicate. But you don't get malice and you don't get ill intent.
Yeah.
Does that I
Watches will not do anything then.
Maybe you should take some notes as well.
I have rested here before when I escaped them I escaped from the complex and rested here. I don't
What complex?
the under the mountains there are many slaves there. Drasek is still there. I escaped them. They could not break me. They want me back.
Can you lead us? Can you lead us there?
I could lead you there. I could lead you there.
Will you lead us there?
Yes. I could get. I said that I would get the sacred barrier back to the Brotherhood, and I had taken it. I have got it, and I hid it. They haven't got it. They want it. I won't tell them. They can kill me. I won't tell them. I won't tell them where I've hidden it.
Is the barrier the rod, or is the barrier
Okay, so we need to get the rod, return this out of character, return the rod to the Brotherhood.
So she has
She's
them.
stolen that.
She's taken. So she and Drasak, you would assume at this point, are the two people that were previously dispatched
Right.
prior to you by the Brotherhood to get their shit back.
Yeah.
Okay. She's a thief, a rogue. That
So we need
he
to find
was,
Drasak.
and you would know that the previous people who were sent were a rogue and a paladin.
Yeah.
Who were sent to try and get this stuff back. She has, and that's what they were asking about when she was being tortured, is where is the rod? And she's like, oh, I can tell you. So she escaped. She has got the rod. She's hidden the rod. They want it back.
Yeah.
So that plan that they are currently creating can't function without it.
Yeah.
She knows where it is.
And we need to find.
And they've got
Drasak.
Drasak.
Find Drasak.
Well, they've got Drasak, and the rod. She knows where it is. They don't know where it is.
So currently our plan is save Drasak, then she'll help us and tell us where the rod is, and then we can return to the Brotherhood.
We'll see what she wants to do.
Yeah.
I might think use the rod as well as it does.
I was going to say, alternatively, as far as we know, we don't need to collect the rod first. Cool. We can go knock out the annoying rod and then get the rod once we clear.
I think that's essential to
Do we know that?
This feels like a MacGuffin.
It's just some stick. It's got no power.
My point more is getting the item of desire for our foe and walking it into their hands seems like a bad
Yeah, so did walking the ring right into Mount Doom. But, that worked out.
But the Eagles couldn't have possibly done it. You don't understand the deep lore.
One is not simple.
I'm sure we'll find out if we need to get the rod first. It sounds like
No.
either way. Anything else from food?
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain.
Oh, do you want me to send you a screenshot of the
I
order?
was just going to take a picture of it.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's the first one.
What do you think? Okay. What's your rest?
Working on my Digitech website.
Cool.
Thanks for that, Joseph.
Thank you.
No problem.
And then I don't think I've got your bank details, so maybe just pop that
I'll
on.
send them.
Yep.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 again with the new update where you can customize the difficulty.